All right, more on the potential China trade deal. We bring in Stephen Vaughn, former General Counsel to U.S. Trade Representative Bob Lighthizer in the first Trump term. Stephen, welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for doing this. Just in a few seconds, give me what's your feeling about this London meeting, this so-called Geneva consent agreement? There's a lot we don't know. There's some we do know. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I mean, I think they made a lot of progress. I think the first thing they wanted to do, obviously, is to kind of put the relationship on a more stable basis. That's what they did coming out of Switzerland. They've demonstrated that the markets are willing to accept about 30% tariffs on China, and those tariffs are still in place. Second of all, they needed China to work with them on these rare earths. They weren't getting the level of cooperation, I think, that they expected. It seems like they made some progress on that coming out of the London meeting. And hopefully we'll see, real movement in that over the next few weeks.
Yeah, so I think there's a de-escalation. I think Trump is playing it exactly right. But, Steve, on the rare earths thing, okay, they're going to give us a 6-month extension. This, according to Wall Street Journal story running. Why can't we? A friend of yours and mine, a good friend of ours, is talking to me today on the phone. He called me up all the way from France, and he said, we ought to have a Manhattan Institute, atomic energy. The next 3-4 months, let us build, excavate rare earths and these magnets, for heaven's sakes. And another friend of mine in the Treasury said, the total American usage is only $180 million to begin with. All you have to do is do the permitting. Do the permitting, which the Bidens wouldn't let us do. This problem's been around for a long time. I don't want the Chinese to be able to hold us hostages on rare earths, Steve Vaughn.
You're 100% right, and we should absolutely do this. The biggest problem, as you can imagine, Larry, people are afraid to get into this business because they're afraid of getting hurt by the Chinese competition. We do have to have some sort of a government program so that people will feel comfortable that they'll get the type of rate of return that they need. But if we can do that, we absolutely can get independent with respect to rare earths. And obviously, that would be great to take away this leverage from China.
I mean, as you know, I'm no big government spender, but I would let the Defense Department just pour money in someplace and let's be done with this. And then if the free market picks it up from there, all the better. What concerns me, and I don't know the details, we're lowering our export restrictions, which you all helped put in, Wilbur Ross put in the first term. I'm just concerned about letting China have jet engines that can be used for long-range missiles, or even NVIDIA chips that may not be the most advanced, up-to-date chips. I just don't like the sound of that. And I feel like as long as they have this rare earth thing, it's holding it over our head.
Well, we'll get more detail in terms of what exactly came out. I don't get the impression that they did anything like that. I think it was more lower tech items and things that had just come up in the last few weeks. So I don't think it's going to turn out to be the sort of things you're worried about, and I would be worried about too. I don't think the president's going to do that. But I definitely agree with you. We should be doing what we can to end whatever leverage they have on the rare earth situation.
And Stephen Vaughn, the last thing, whatever happened to phase one? I mean, we labored for a couple of years. You were there. We were, Washington, Beijing. They ignored it. I'm not hearing much phase one talk about buying American commodities and intellectual property theft and dispute mechanisms. What do you make of that side of the story?
Well, I think in retrospect, China will regret not having fully complied with that deal. I think that, they should have done that. They made a commitment to President Trump in the first term. They should have fully complied. They didn't. And now my guess is they're going to end up with a deal that's less attractive than the phase one deal was.
Yeah, well, I think at some point we've got to go back to that, don't we? I mean, it's out there in the ether zone, and there's some very good things that were done.
Absolutely. And one of the first things the president did was to direct USTR and the other agencies to review whether and to what extent China complied with that phase one deal. And that deal can still be enforced if the president chooses to move forward with that option.
That's a good point. That's a terrific point. Thank you, Stephen Vaughn. We appreciate it very, very much. Good to see you again.